19 things you allowed to happen just 'cause. According to Reddit. Number 19. I let my drunk friend hit on a woman I knew was married in a bar that the woman's husband owned, while said husband was watching from behind the bar. He got about 3 words into his "Hey baby, come here often" styled pickup line before the husband swooped over and macked on his own wife. My friend asked me why I didn't tell him, and I told him I figured that the ring and the picture of the husband and the wife as bar owners on the wall should have been enough. Guess not. For clarification, what?
I'm wondering, like, Mac means making out, but how intense is it? Like, I wouldn't think it's so intense.
Mac does not mean making out. Moving on.
It doesn't?
The question being asked here for clarification is, what embarrassing moment did you not stop someone from doing because you wanted to see what happened instead? See there? So this is kind of like people allowing a train wreck to happen, the list. Number 18. So in college, I became friends with this girl who was kind of a world traveler right when I transferred in. She was a part of the international group that welcomed all of the international students, and shortly after invited me to a party for all of the international students. Oh man, that was all a sentence there, bro. Jeez. I'm meeting lots of new people, and there's a really stunning girl from Italy that I was interested in talking to. My friend encouraged me to go open with a bella figa when talking to her. Beautiful girl was the meaning. It had Bella in it, so I figured, what the hell. I make my way to her, introduce myself, say those magical words. The beautiful Italian girl gave me the most repulsed look and walked away. I turned around and my friend is laughing hysterically. It translates to, "You have a beautiful pussy." He set him up. That's so rude.
But
That's so mean. That's a dick move. I think so too.
it absolutely is. I just didn't. Well, now you know the word in French now. Okay, are you gonna use it anytime soon?
Why would I need to? So somebody asks, how was her figure? Get it?
I get it.
Like figure?
Have you ever met someone who's as well traveled as you are?
Oh God, Stripes, what? No. Number 17. Haha. Thanksgiving. They wrote haha in the beginning of their post. Haha. I like they were really tickled by this question. Anyway, Thanksgiving happens every fucking year. I watch my out of town, my life is so awesome relatives turn into crumbling shapes of their former selves with every glass of wine, beer, and sip of whiskey they take. Interesting. My cousin suddenly spout out last year how my other uncle used to undress her when he was 14 and she was 8. She touched his purple-headed monster. They bantered back and forth about what would normally be some kind of major crime, while my other relative looked down at their food like nothing was being said. Ew. Oh my God. 2 years before that, my stepbrother got like 20 phone calls from his girlfriend while his wife sat next to him uncomfortably. Oh my God. That marriage didn't last. On Thanksgiving? On Thanksgiving, Stripes? Oh my God. And my aunt peed herself in the kitchen by accident when she could not find the bathroom fast enough. Yes, Thanksgiving is glorious. I don't drink anymore. And this time of year is my absolute favorite. So how again is this his fault? How did he just let it unfold? You know what I mean? Was he the one that didn't tell her where the bathroom was, or didn't tell his brother not to silence his phone or something? You know what I mean? Is he not stopping them from drinking? I guess that's what it is. He's not stopping them from drinking, knowing what they'll become. You can't stop somebody else from making a choice, homie. You know what I'm saying?
I think what he means is, like, he feels like a spectator. And he is a spectator, and he's not getting involved in this shit.
Yeah, like we couldn't all assess that, Stripes. Thanks for the anal, sis. God. What I'm saying is this list is specifically about train wrecks that somebody allowed to occur. So if they don't have anything to do with the tracks, you get what I'm saying? What the hell is he just like, anyway, I like your question, but let me tell my story. That's gonna be the new type of thing that people post on this shit. Like, you know, when people ask a question to doctors and they're all like, not a doctor, but I should just start replying things that are like not related to your question. But, you know, I was walking down the street today and I saw a strawberry on the side of the road, and I was like, man, that strawberry looking nice for a strawberry that's just out on the side of the road like that. I wonder if it flew out of somebody's car while they was eating strawberries or something. Anyway, that's my story. Strawberry on the road.
My favorite was the one about the truck drivers, where, like, was it about truck drivers' sons or just truck drivers?
I'll leave you to think about it. Number 16. Oh, this one's been gilded. You think it's good?
It must be, right? Someone had the good sense to pay for it.
Man, I wish they'd put their name next to whoever gilded this so we could take it out on them when the story ends up sucking. I had a friend in college that dared people to kick him in the balls after he'd had too much to drink. Sounds real healthy. Sounds real healthy, Morty. We'll call him Dave. Oh, man. Part of his party trick was to keep a straight face the whole time. His success rate had given him a false sense of confidence, so he just kept egging people on. Keep in mind that the ball kickers were usually drunk freshmen who could barely put any power into it. Then, one night, he decided to up the ante and ask one of the school athletes in attendance. We'll call him Ricky. Oh, that's right. I knew Ricky played soccer and thought, I'm usually the buzzkill that asks everyone to be doubly sure they really want to do this. I decided to let Dave go for it. Ricky, who was also completely sober, accepted the challenge, took a deep breath, pretended like he was readying himself for a kickoff, and took aim at Dave's package. What unfolded after that moment continues to pull at my heartstrings. The moment that Ricky's foot met Dave's crotch, elicited? Why does it look so weird today?
Decided?
No, it's elicited. The moment Rick's foot met Dave's crotch elicited a look of horror from every man in the room. My balls. Ricky had taken Dave's dare seriously, and his foot landed with so much force that it was reminiscent of the sound that a boxing glove makes on a bag, except with a tiny squish. I was a 19-year-old girl, and even I was grabbing my crotch when I heard. Dave quietly excused himself, while Ricky apologized profusely. After Dave hadn't been seen for a while, I went looking for him and found him lying in a ball on the bathroom floor. He had been there for about an hour, or a half an hour. He looked at me and said, I think I need help. Ricky, who was still feeling guilty, was also sober, and I asked him to drive us to the Hashpitir. They did the whole 9 yards for Dave, including an ultrasound. I waited outside the room, but I could tell that the ultrasound technician was trying to make small talk. So while he was imaging Dave's balls and shaft, I could hear him talking about a Peter Gabriel album. Oh Lord. The doctor said that Ricky's foot hit Dave's crotch with such force that it was as if he had sustained a stab wound to his genitals. He spent the rest of the year with a banana hammock under his jeans. And the funny part was that since he dressed like a generic hipster, he had to buy new pants so they would fit over it. Too long didn't read. Don't dare people to kick you in the balls. Should be a no-brainer, right? But it happened. What a moron, you know?
I didn't know men could get ultrasounds for their balls. I guess I'm learning every day.
I just can't believe that. So this is so intense, a important part of your body, man. You know, like if I had the choice of getting an arm cut off or getting my cock cut off, I'd choose the arm. If I had the choice of getting an arm and a leg cut off or the cock cut off, I'd choose the arm and the leg. If I had the choice of getting 2 arms and a leg cut off or the cock, I would choose the 2 arms and the leg. You know what I'm talking about? So You could do any number of stupid crap, punch me in the gut, all kind of monkey balls like this, you getting drunk at a party. Why are you having people kick you in the balls? You know what I mean? Are you just committing to the life of not getting that pussy? Yes.
Is there a follow-up to this? Like, is he okay?
She wants more. Let's go into the comments. Somebody says, I don't understand why Ricky wouldn't have taken the dare seriously. Asking people to kick you in the balls will, of course, result in a kick in the balls. Did other people kick him lightly or something? And somebody's like, seriously, probably wasn't the best word. It's more like Ricky took it as an outright challenge. Dave usually picked smaller, plastered underclassmen who couldn't do much. Look at that guy. He doesn't look like he could kick me in the balls too hard. So hey, you over there. Kick me in the balls. You enjoy me drinking that, Stripes?
I mean, I do.
This chick's a freak. Guys, if you ever just see me disappear, check Stripes' fridge. She's probably gonna chop up my body and then eat me slowly. And then she'll post a video on her channel and she'll be all like, he's part of me forever now. Number 15. In high school, I took Algebra 1A and 1B. Math split it into 2-year courses, so instead of 1, I took 2. It got a lot of the lazy kids, and I took it because math is harder for me. Anyway, one of the kids in the class was trying to be all cool. How he was doing it, of course, was incredibly dumb. Specifically, he was trying to be a badass by spraying breath spray up his nose. You know, the kind that you would spray twice on your tongue? It should also be stated that I was a complete and utter loser in high school. Okay. So, he was trying to be all cool, spraying this stuff up his nose. I look at him and just say, Corey, you're supposed to inhale while spraying. Now that his coolness was challenged, he didn't. His face turned beet red, him crying and slamming his head down on the desk in pain for 15 minutes as a result. It was so worth it. If only camera phones could have existed during this time. You know what people used to do when I was in middle school? What
they used to do with their iPods?
There was this shit called Lucas, which was basically like a salty lick thing. It's almost like pretty much straight up salt. I don't know how they got away with selling this shit called Lucas. But like, you know how like Pixie Sticks will have like a little bit of dust and it's sugary and flavorful?
Wait, does it have like this duck mascot on it?
I don't know what the hell Lucas had. You want me to Google Lucas?
Was it a duck? Because if it was a duck, I think I know what you're talking about.
This is so weird. What is this shit?
I can't see. Tell me if it's a duck or not.
There's a duck on it.
Yeah, then I know what you're talking about. It's Spanish candy.
It's so weird. Why does this exist? Dude, it's like lemon lime seasoning, it says here. But we used to have it as like a candy. Yeah, Lucas came in like a candy. Anyway, in middle school, this is something people are learning about me. People used to put it in on their hand and then snort it. Just as like a dare, right? And it would make people freaking cry. It was adorable. Man, life is funny. Number 14.
I used to eat that for fun, but I didn't think anyone did it for like dares like that.
No, snorting it.
Oh. No, that's never crossed my mind, and I guess it didn't cross anyone I knew's mind.
Number 14. My sister, when she watches a movie with a speech or presentation, always starts clapping when the audience claps. Looks as if she's in the audience watching the speech, not the movie.
That's adorable.
I always wait and let her catch it herself. What an idiot. Where do I find these people? I want to be in close proximity to these crazies. But I don't think I'll ever know anybody this crazy. If you're listening to this and you're utterly crazy, leave a comment in the comment section. We can become best friends. Excuse me.
I see you're already scoping for a new co-host.
Is that what you think, Stripes? You think this is all coming to a head?
It must be.
I like how existential Stripes gets, man. You guys gotta go check Stripes out on her own channel. She is just a nightmare. You don't even know. You guys, you see like this one side of Stripes, but like she is just a demon off stream. Woo.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? You know what I mean? Imagine it though, guys. Imagine that you know somebody and that she's just like, hey everybody, everything's fine. Ha ha ha. As soon as the cameras go off, she's like, I'll kill you tonight. I'll kill you. Number 13. This past weekend, I was in the car going back home after a weekend trip to Boston with my roommate. He's a really amazing dude, but he's not that great of a driver. He gets lost all the time, he drives slow, and he just kind of oblivious. Yet, for various reasons, he was the driver for this trip. He got really mad at me for trying to assume full responsibility of navigation, and I said fine, and shut up. Sure enough, about 15 minutes later, he zoned out, and we missed the exit to get off the Mass Turnpike, and immediately ended up in like an extra half hour of traffic trying to turn around. I saw him zone out. I saw him make no effort to get into the right lane, and as soon as we missed it, I calmly pointed it out, and he was very embarrassed and mad at himself. Well, anything to be right, you know what I mean? It's your own time you're wasting. Number 12.
Like,
what?
He did intervene at the end, so I don't know if that counts, really.
It does count because it had already happened. The damage had already been done.
Okay.
He had already reached the I told you so portion. So,
Okay.
like, he had the ability to go, no, let's get off right here. But instead, he needed to make the point to go, oh, you don't want me on top of navigation? This is how you fucked up. And now we going to be sitting in traffic because of your stupid ass. You know what I'm talking about?
I get it.
You get it. Number 12, only embarrassing for those with a conscience, but I used to watch people shoplift at Urban Outfitters when I worked there and try to guess whether they'd be getting caught at the door or not. Normally, I wouldn't just let someone steal from my place of work, but the company's intentionally deceitful and generally unsavory as an enterprise. Also, I was in college and really wanted to stick it to the man. You see some people stealing in there, you were like, yeah, stick it to the man. Edit, since a lot of people are asking about what I mean about them being deceitful, here's a reply I made to the first person who asked. Well, here's a little bit of what's going on behind the scenes at Urban Outfitters. I know that there are probably like 3 girls listening to this that actually care about this. I love it. It's not really a story, just a collection of things. During the first Obama election, it appeared that they were one of his biggest supporters. But the truth is, Richard Hain, the owner, regularly contributes enormous sums of money to different extreme right causes and candidates. It's just business. But as an idealistic college student, I felt like they were taking advantage of Obama supporters because they were unwittingly contributing money to causes and people that they didn't agree with. Another thing that bothered me was the poor quality of the clothes with the high prices. I didn't realize until I bought a few things for myself, and they almost immediately literally fell apart, that I had never bought clothes that poorly made, and I was used to shopping at Walmart and the like. And of course, that means sweatshops, slave later, etc. Slave later, etc. Slave you later. Sorry.
Exabler.
Etc. When it's supposed to be etc., but I said later, etc. when I meant labor, etc. So slave labor, etc. You could see how a college student would be righteously enraged. Well, just don't go full feminist, guys. Keep it in your pantsies. Number 11. Lady walking out of the bathroom with toilet paper on her foot. I went to say something and she gave me a disgusting look, so I was just like, look, fine, lady. That's how it would go in a movie. There's so many things in movies that like border on generally uncomfortable shit that you would never do in real life because it crosses a line socially. So like, hey, fine, you know what I mean? Like, especially when it comes to other people's kids, you ain't approaching nobody else's kid. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta be like, nah, even if you're outrageously attractive, like a 9 or 10 on the scale, you can't go in public approaching people's kids. That's weird, dude. What are you trying to get? You trying to get marked? You trying to end up on a list? Ooh. Number 10. Ooh. My roommate in college wanted to slide down the hallway on baby oil and threw me a little bottle to squirt in the floor. He was trying to show off and was kind of a douche. He started running before I even put all of it on the floor. I could have stopped him, but had a let's see how this plays out moment. Did you know tile will remove skin and hair from a shirtless Italian man?
I don't think he could have stopped them, honestly. Even if he wanted to. This man was...
My mouth was open from the time that they said skin and hair. And then somebody responds, Mamma mia. And then somebody else responds, that's a spicy dormitory hallway. And you know that one emoji where it's like the thumb tip touching the index tip with the hand that's going out? It's like bada big.
I call it the A-OK. I don't know what you call it.
I love that. I love this thing. It's perfect for me. That's like, you know, when you type perfect, that's what comes up. So number 9, Mamma mia. Number 9, holy shit. Many years ago, I was hanging out with a bunch of friends from college, which we had all graduated from about 5 years before the story takes place. We're having dinner. It's 4 married couples and 1 single dude. Aww. We all, including both members of the couples, went to college together. The single guy starts talking about how he ran into this girl, Jennifer, who we all also went to college with and whom he had a brief fling with in college. I know that every single man at the dinner table except for me slept with Jennifer when we were in college. I also know, or at least very strongly suspect, that A, the other guys are not aware of each other having slept with her, and B, none of the women are aware that all of their husbands have slept with her. So not only do I not stop the single guy from talking about his recent encounter with her, I asked him a lot of questions. How is she? What's she doing? Does she have a boyfriend? Man, was she hot in college? Friend B, don't you also think she was hot in college? Friend C, didn't you have a few classes with her? And so on and so on for about 10 minutes, or just long enough for every other dude at the table to turn beet red. Meanwhile, single guy has no idea what's going on and is getting more and more confused about why I'm asking him questions about his old girlfriend.
He was dating the college bicycle.
Right, patikaki like a bicycle. Number 8.
Oh, did you hear about them? There was a lady pushing to decriminalize spreading AIDS, like knowingly sleeping with someone that has AIDS. Or rather, sleeping with someone when you have AIDS and not letting them know.
And she wanted to decriminalize that.
Yes. Because she claims that there's a stigma involved with AIDS and it's not as dangerous as everyone thinks. And you can't just treat them like lepers. But you need to tell someone beforehand.
Yeah.
Still.
Oh, God.
That's a sex crime.
Yeah. Sorry. I almost opened up some dumb, like I was scrolling down my subreddit list, but it's so much pornography.
I get you.
It's so much pornography.
Why? Oh, well, I know why.
Sorry, I was totally listening. Anyway, zoned out for a couple of seconds. That's crazy. Can you imagine some idiot lady wanting to have sex with people without telling them that she has AIDS? Like, grow up, you idiot. Grow up, dude. This is freaking AIDS. You can't just treat me like I'm not human. But she a feminist too. I'm surprised she ain't a feminist.
Well, I don't think she has AIDS herself. She's just like an AIDS sympathizer, you want to
Then she
call
might
it.
as well be a feminist. Because, you know, she ain't got nothing better going on where she out there going, look, people shouldn't have to tell you, like, they don't identify, okay? They are not themselves their disease, okay? They're more than just a person with AIDS. They are not a statistic. They probably don't want to tell people that they had an operation so that they could be the other gender too, huh? Here he goes again. Number 8. While waiting for a briefing, a room full of Air Force airmen intentionally sat in every chair other than a damaged one that they knew would dip very far back when someone sat in it. While waiting for a briefing, a room full of Air Force airmen intentionally sat in every chair other than this one damaged chair because it would dip far back when someone sat in it. I arrived and the room was full. The anticipation was palpable. I already knew about the chair. I thought everyone did. So I sat in the only other one available and realized the last person absent at that point was a generally disliked senior NCO, higher up sergeant for those who you don't know. As a junior NCO, I should have taken the initiative to inform the senior NCO about the chair when he arrived, and for a second, I was going to tell him, but then I didn't. All of the airmen erupted in laughter when it happened, and it took every ounce of fortitude for me not to as well. I was definitely laughing out loud on the inside, though. I'm not proud. L-O-L-O-T-I. Okay. Loloti. Loloti.
What does loloti mean?
Laughing out loud on the inside.
Ugh. I don't like that.
I'm not military, but even I know you're setting yourself up for a chair force joke. A chair force joke.
Saying it twice doesn't make it any less bad.
A chair force joke.
Stop.
I'm in the chair force. He's gonna be ripping G's in that chair when it goes back. You know what I'm talking about? That's enough.
Ripping G or ripping jeans?
Ripping both of those. he's gonna be pulling G's while ripping his jeans, going back in that chair doing Mach 5. Number 7. What? My coworker was known to have a temper in the office, and HR had talked to him a number of times about it. Unfortunately, he had a bad day. Dig one down. I normally try to claim him. Claim? That's not where the L is in there, and there's no I either, Kyle. You seeing things all right? I don't know, the laptop's kind of far away from me. You gonna do something about it? Nah. I normally try to calm him down because he's an alright dude with a wife and a young daughter, but he just a little too tightly wound. Higher ups knew I was friends with him, and it started to reflect bad on me. Guilty by association. So he gets a bad call. We were in a claims department. One of his claimants starts yelling at him. He starts with motherfucking this, motherfucking that, and I'm like, nope, I can't be seen with him during this tantrum. He ends up getting so worked up that he picks up the office fax machine and throws it, nearly hitting a nicer old lady. He got walked out like 17 seconds later. For those who've mentioned his wife and kid, this was a learning experience for the guy. He got fired for sure, but he learned his lesson and is now doing well for himself and his family. Good for him. Somebody said, did the fax machine make it? And then they said they had an alternative fax machine.
Wait, when they mean alternative,
get it? They had to get an alternative fax machine. Alternative fax. Alt fax, okay. Stripes. Come on.
I get it. I thought they meant extra.
What?
That's really bad. Can we just go back to 0 G's?
No, it was never 0 G's. He was pulling G's while ripping his jeans. You gay. You ruined my joke. Now nobody can enjoy it. They're gonna be almost enjoying it when I said it in the past, but they'll have like their mind will twitch because they'll know that in the future you ruined the joke, even though they haven't made it to you ruining the joke. I explained it. There it is. You heard it. You guys can't unhear it. Number 6. Last summer, we went camping. And when I tried to use one of the campground coin-operated showers, I was disappointed when I put in $1 and it didn't work. As I waited for the one that did work, a guy came up behind me and said, "Hey, it looks like that shower room is vacant. And you waiting for this one in particular?" I explained that I had tried it, but it was out of order. So there was now 2 of us waiting for the one shower room. Just minutes later, a woman and 3 kids comes by, looks at us waiting in line, and makes a dash for the vacant shower room. One of the kids looked at us and quietly asked if there is a line, and she responds, "Shh." And the 4 of them go in and switch the door to occupied. Maybe I'm the one who should be embarrassed by not telling her. Wait. Maybe I'm the one who should be embarrassed by not telling her. Undressing yourself and 3 kids, inserting quarters that you'll never get back, only to have to redress everyone and sheepishly get in line you should have been in to begin with, is probably a bit of an overkill for the crime of seeing an opportunity and taking it. Anyway, she was in there and an even longer line. Anyway, she was there in an even longer line when I got out and glared at me as I went back to my family's current camping spot. It definitely made me feel less bad about allowing her to go on a karmic adventure. Well, yeah, she was trying to skip the line. I like the story a lot. It's cute. I like that she was glaring at you, though. Get real. She should have been looking at the floor, dirty bitch. Dirty bitch. And the kid's like, is there a line? You don't worry about that. Come with me. Fuck these people, I am better than these people. These people don't see that there is another bathroom, then they are stupid. They come with me, little kid. And the kid's like, oh mama, no.
I used to get away with skipping lines when I was 5.
You were what?
I used to get away with skipping lines at amusement parks when I was 5.
Why would you do that?
Because I could get away with it, and I was cute.
Little kids, like you don't have your whole life ahead of you. Skip it in front of us, we could have heart attacks anytime. Old people.
Well, I was missing my 2 front teeth and I had this lisp and no one could resist me.
What happened to your 2 front teeth?
It doesn't matter, we can talk about that.
No. What happened to your 2 front teeth? Did you fall?
I fell for one and one actually just fell out on its own.
And what happened to the other one?
I told you, it just fell out on its own. And the other one was because I fell on my face. Or someone threw something in my face. One or the other.
I think someone threw something at your face and you're dressing this up. Because I know that your siblings were actually extremely physically violent with you. In a way that makes me surprised that you guys even made it at all. Do you know what I mean? But one of them's in a cult, so I guess karma had its way in the end after all. Number 5. I worked in a youth... Oh, God. Sorry. The devil was trying to get me. Anyway, number 5. I work in youth corrections. The facility I'm in has a pool table, and if the guys are doing good, they can play. There is a bench in that pool room that is ridiculously poorly designed. If you don't sit dead center, it will tip you off to either side. There is an unspoken rule between staff and veteran cadets that we never inform new residents or staff of that bench. It's hilarious. Then where's the videos, cuck? Hate this guy. Number 4. This ought to be good. This is one reversed. Okay. So I guess he is the guy that nobody told him about, told stuff to stop him. This one is reversed, as it was my friend laughing maniacally while it happened to me. My college roommate used to work at the chicken restaurant called Chicken Express. Okay, it's like Panda Express.
Why not Pollo Loco?
But like Chicken Kitchen. It's Chicken Express.
Wait, is Pollo Loco the franchise that everyone gets, or is it something here? I can't remember.
We would go eat at a location close to campus. This was not the location that he actually worked at. Pretty often, because it's delicious. So one time he tells me, hey man, when you order the tenders, make sure you say shibi shibi after your order. That's the code to tell them that you work at Chicken E, and they'll hook you up with like 20 tenders. Maybe it was wishful thinking or just plain stupidity, but I totally believed him. He drove through the drive-thru and he was in the back seat. The conversation with the employee went like this. I'll have 2 number 1s and mashed potatoes, shibi shibi. Okay, 2 number 1s with mashed potatoes, and what was the last thing? Shibby shibby? Having trouble hearing you. A what now? Shibby. Shib-B. Sir, I have no idea what you're trying to say. Do you want to pull around? At which point, I look back and see my friend almost turning blue from trying to hold his laughter in. He totally lost it, and I just drove off. Shibby shibby. Oh my god. But shibby. Number 3. Shibby criminal. Number 3. I went out to eat at a hibachi with my family. I think I was 10 or 11 at the time. In addition to giving us sauce trays to dip our food into, they also gave us shaved ginger and a dollop of wasabi. My grandpa grew up during the Great Depression, so he developed a habit of always cleaning his plate. So as he finished his meal, he moved his attention to the side dish. No one else seemed to notice my grandpa staring quizzically at this rather large... Rather? I think I was going to say rather large. Wow. Anyway, this rather large green lump. Not wanting to waste food, he picked it up and ate the entire... he picked up the entire thing to eat it. I could have clearly stopped him, as I had been watching him the entire time, but I also wanted to see what would happen. Well, he about jumped out of his seat, spitting the wasabi onto the table and started cursing up a storm. I know it was wrong to do, but I still get a little kick out of that memory. I think I remember this one tidbit where Carl Pilkington ate like a bunch of wasabi, and then they asked him about it, and he said he thought it was one mushy pea. You know what I mean? Like the vegetable peas.
I understand.
Jesus. Number 2.
I had cucumbers recently, and they just taste like huge peas. I didn't think that's what they would taste like, but it is.
I don't like cucumbers. I don't like a lot of green things.
But they taste just like peas.
Man, I don't like a lot of green things. I just don't.
You told me you like peas.
I do like peas. Peas go well with mashed potatoes and gravy.
Well, I guess it's because they're big and not tiny and bite-sized.
Sometimes bite-sized is good too. Sometimes girls like bite-sized.
What?
Number 2. It happened in high school while watching an educational movie. Okay. We were 2 classes tucked into a small classroom to watch it together. So people had to sit on the desks as there wasn't enough chairs. I sat next to my friend's girlfriend on a desk with my friend on a chair in front of us. She strokes her hand through his hair. He takes his hand behind his back and proceeds to stroke her leg. Only thing was, it was my leg. I poked his girlfriend to let her know what he was doing. We both knew that had to be done without uttering the words. We let this go on for a good 5 minutes, constantly fighting the urge to laugh out loud. Then I slowly pulled my trouser leg up. And he stroked my very furry leg for about half a second before he realized something was very wrong. I'll never forget his face when he turned around to see what was going on. Oh my god. That's awesome. This is the best one here. That's the best one here. It's so great. Educational movie. Okay, so here's the top one. This has been gilded 4 times. This ought to be very good. You ready? Buckle up. How you gonna gild something 4 times? I was at a convention with a friend and went to the bathroom at break time. He heads into the stall and I go to the urinal. Man walks in right behind me and heads into the other stall, unseen by my friend. Now this man had some problems, serious noises and smells coming from his stall. And then I hear my friend say, "Dude, what the fuck are you trying to win, a contest?" And he proceeds to let a huge one rip and giggle. Man in the other stall does not reply and unfortunately still has his own issues. My friend says, "That's all you got? Check this one out, bitch." I'm crying. I'm crying from holding in laughter at this point. as he lets another loud shit to fly. My friend thinks I'm in the other stall and we are alone in there. The other guy probably thinks he's in there with an absolute psycho. And then finally my friend, after getting no response from me, says, "Yeah, boy, my shit's so powerful it got you speechless." And he laughs. The other guy is probably terrified at this point, and I start washing my hands so my friend can simultaneously hear the faucet running and shitting still going on in the stall next to him. I say, "Hey Joe, just want to wash up and head back to the back to the meeting room. I'll meet you there." It was absolutely hilarious how quiet the bathroom got when the realization sunk in for him. By the time they were both done, nobody wanted to come out first. My friend joined me in the meeting room, red-faced, with a look that said, "Seriously, dude, could you not have spoken up sooner?" Oh my god. A response reads, "Did you answer your friend with, I couldn't speak up sooner because your shit was so powerful it had me speechless." Oh my god. Somebody responds, "Men are so fucking weird." My favorite comment is, oh my god. What? He says, "That's all you got? Check this one out, bitch." Oh my god. Hannah ends her sentences with bitch when we were playing Minecraft like all the time. It was almost like her version of shibby shibby Stripes. "So can I get some chicken tendy shibby shibby?" Oh my god.
Are you asking me to pay for your next meal?
No. Would you do that?
No.
No. Good. Stripes is gonna upload covers of her singing things on her channel. So,
I am?
I don't know. You gotta spice it up somehow.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I've inspired a lot of imitators that decided to make channels with no focus because, you know.
You have imitators?
Of course.
This is news to me. I want to see them.
Half of them are the assholes that come into the stream and then try to direct attention over at their channel, you know. But again, the thing about making a YouTube channel is that most people do it for the wrong reason, which is trying to get money and fans. And if you're going to do that, you need to make your channel have a focus and stick to one piece of content. Whereas Kyle, he's uploading him playing games, he's uploading me singing songs, I'm uploading me narrating things, I'm uploading like a podcast styled list with you, you know what I mean? There's no focus here. It's just like ping pong balls shooting all over the place. And I guess that's the way that some people like it. But my point is, since I am your inspiration, I would imagine that if you were going to make you know, things for your channel, it would be all over the place. Like, what about that baking thing you were talking about with me earlier?
I wanted to do that for just you, as in just send you videos of me baking, not put them out there.
Do you see the problem in that? That's like super weird in that it's something that you might like to see, but why would I like it? You know what I mean? Why would I like a video of you baking, Stripes?
So you know that I can make you food when it comes time.
It just seems so serial killy, Stripes. Jesus Christ.
I made the video of you baking, Kyle. Here it is. And today I made a yogurt pie. I didn't know there's no recipe, so I just made the pie and I put yogurt in it.
I saw the sneak one was just like apple slices, but
and then like while you're doing that and you're all up in the mic, you hear somebody in the background, and you're like, shut up, or I'll kill you.
I guess that's
first.
the only way to get you to watch them, to make them some kind of RNG.
Just because you're baking and killing people doesn't mean that I'm gonna subscribe to you, Stripes.
I'm not asking.
They're gonna find you, man. I'm telling you.
I've done nothing visibly wrong.
Okay, yeah, dude.
You can't pin this on me.
You really need to do something bubbly and Stripes like for your channel, though, man. It's got to be short and quippy.
I'm still learning how to like carry a video on my own. Honestly,
it's got to be fast paced. It's got to be nuts. It's got to be crazy. It's got to be Stripes. Like, you need to like take a story that's like popular and already done, and then edit stuff out and put like urination stuff in there. And then
why would it want it?
Because when you read it, people will be like, "Oh man, I can't believe I'm hearing such a weird thing out of a." I muted this phone. How is it going off?
Wow.
What do you mean, wow? You got a problem with me getting a call, Stripes? Is
I
this Thanksgiving
don't,
dinner? Are you my wife?
I'm just amazed that it's going off when you had it on mute, just like you were just now.
What do you mean, just like I was just now?
You were surprised just now. That's
The way you said it made me like, oh shit, there's a racist Uber driver on the front page. That's awesome. Also, guys, if you didn't hear, there was like this esports douchebag that wasn't really good or popular that got dropped by his team for saying the word nigga like 64 times. He just started screaming the word over and over.
Every time I play Overwatch, there's always a French Canadian on the team. Why is that?
I don't know.
Do you know any French Canadian girls?
Do I know any French Canadian girls? They don't have to be French Canadian. If you're a Canadian girl, send me a message on Snapchat so I can, tell Stripes that I know them all. I used to know a Canadian girl, but she was baby crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean specifically people from Quebec.
She had a really nice figure for a white girl, too. But, it wasn't like amazing. It wasn't like Hannah T or something. It was just kind of like, it's pretty curvy for a white girl. I think she had like a butt, too. Like she should have had some kind of like Hispanic in there or something with a butt like that, like a natural butt like that. Not that there aren't really good looking Irish women. It's just like they tend to be flatter, even unless they're doing like crazy squats. You know what I'm saying? Who has the nicest butt that you know?
Yours?
What? Stop being stupid. Who has the nicest butt of all the women that you know?
I don't know any women. Aside from my sisters, and I guess the one that has the better ass is probably my older sister.
Why? Because she's not like your twin.
Well, I guess she has to compensate because she has like B cups.
Ooh, man, you're so mean roasting your sisters on the like tiny titty problems. Is that why you live with so much confidence? Is because you have a rack?
No, that's not true. I just like my body the way it is. I'm sorry you don't.
Oh my God, when did it come to that? When are you under the impression that I don't like your body? Just because I asked you for help in trying to get fit, we could do that together, but you don't want to do it.
I want to do it. I even downloaded an app on my phone to help me. I just haven't gone out yet.
I'm thinking about getting you a Fitbit or something.
Do that. I would love a Fitbit. I'll put that on my wish list.
But how are people going to get that for you if you don't do anything on your channel? This list is running on, and it's like dead. It's just us talking to each other now. So I'll talk, guys. I love you. We should make another one of these lists because this one was like low enthusiasm, and I know they could feel it. What?
Well, no, it sounded like you wanted to kill me. But
no, I just wanted to get through this list because we haven't been making lists, and part of me already wanted to do more than one list. Let's find another list to do while we're still in this list.
Before you stop sharing screens, I saw that you had a tab open that said, "Would you rather?"
One was you want us to do that now? Let's see here.
I mean,
what's your favorite would you rather question? We're only going to do 10 of these. No, there's a lot of them. This is stream material, I think.
I get you.
Yeah, I think it's lighthearted stream material. I do mean to finish up the where we did a you drawing and me reading stuff one. We should do something like that again. We could do it now if we would get like I was saying we could do it now if we didn't get a completely different crowd during the day than we do at night. And it's not like I'm super what?
I'm sorry, I'm just going through Twitter and Seth Rogen's gonna be voicing Pumbaa in the Lion King movie and they hate it.
Seth Rogen, isn't that guy that everybody hates?
I hate him.
He's almost like the man Amy Schumer.
Oh my God! There's no such thing as a man, Amy Schumer. She's already
she's always a man. She's already a man. Amy Schumer is already a man. What do you mean? But Amy Schumer is a man, Kaya. Oh my God! All right, guys, that was enough. This is enough. This is stupid. Bye. Love you guys. See you tonight, if anything.